Hey everybody, I am here to give you a little tutorial about how I went from my blue and purple hair, which is pictured down in the corner, to this all aqua. So as you can see, as I feather it there, the purple had started to get a little bit dingy, and I just wasn't really feeling the purple. So I decided to hit it with the lightener, because right there where the purple had started to get dingy, I think was because my hair was not quite as light as it should have been when I started the process going from my brown hair. So I just decided to go ahead and relighten my whole head. As you can see, I leave a good amount of space between where I'm taking the bleach and my scalp, because the sensitive skin on your scalp could easily be burned by the lightener. Plus, Arctic Fox hair color will go over natural hair colors and give them kind of like a dark hue of that color, which is what I was going for, so that the aqua would be darker at my roots. It's super important that you get the bleach or lightener on there super thick, because the places where it begins to dry out, all it's really doing is damaging your hair. So as you can see, this is not the way I normally bleach my hair. Normally I throw it up into a bun and I start at the bottom, but I tend to, the top layer tends to not bleach out as well, which is why that purple got all dingy and started to turn gray, because it was just kind of canceling out the orange that was underneath it. So I decided to start at the top this time, so that I could really hit the points of my hair that don't lighten very well or that come out super red. So I'm just kind of trying to get my lengths, trying to stay away from my roots, because your roots will turn faster than anywhere else on your hair. And the closer you get to your scalp, the more likely it is that you could sustain bleach burns, which you really don't want. They're very uncomfortable and itch for a couple days. As you can see, I can't really see the back of my head, so I was just kind of winging it. Anything that was long enough for the brush to touch, I made sure I touched it, folding it over itself so that the liquid gets warm, because that is what it activates the ingredients. They will give off heat as well as they react better under heated conditions. If your hair is particularly stubborn, you can hit it with low heat from a blow dryer. Just make sure that you don't put the blow dryer directly onto your hair. I like to wrap my hair up usually in a grocery sack, which sounds ridiculous, but beauty on a budget, people. So as you can see, I'm just trying to make sure that it's on there super thick before I twist it and leave it in there to dry. This took about 15 minutes after getting it up into my hair, before it had all turned that kind of sky blue color. I wasn't going for white, so this color was actually perfect, because the aqua will go over it very nicely. As you can see, I'm using Arctic Fox. I have to say that I absolutely loved Arctic Fox. I will do a separate rating video, not a rating video, a review. I'll do a review of the Arctic Fox colors that I used on both my hair and my extensions. I really like Arctic Fox because it's vegan. It also covers very well. Again, I'm not super concerned about my ends, because my hair is super porous, so it will take the color, as well as the color will wash out fairly quickly. But right now I'm just trying to be thorough and make sure that I get all of my roots so that none of my brown is showing through. Make sure that I get the parts where my hair was starting to turn dingy. I want to make sure that I hit that really hard with the color, and pretty much just make sure that the entire head is covered. As you can see, I also laugh at my own jokes. You'll catch me on there laughing. Once the hair is completely covered, I will leave it in for an actual 2 whole hours, as well as hitting it with my blow dryer. And these are the results, this nice all over aqua color. Please make sure to like, follow, subscribe to my page, and friend me. Peace out.